Respected chairpersons, my teachers, dear colleagues in this August house, good evening to all. I have been assigned to talk on this topic, this yoga, is it a therapy for coronary artery disease or not? At the outset, I am thankful to the organizers for inviting me to talk on this topic in this gathering. First of all, I'm telling you that I'm not going to teach you any yogasanas or pranayams. I'll be highlighting on the beneficial and adverse effect of yoga in persons who are suffering from coronary artery disease. I have kept this slide in the first because there is a quote. What if there was one prescription that could prevent and treat dozens of diseases such as diabetes, hypertension and obesity? Yoga, as we all know, this yoga has different aspect of management in different diseases. So only doing a thing like yoga, this can help in prevention as well as primary as well as secondary prevention of many of the diseases which are nowadays very much prevalent. One of the most important diseases is metabolic syndrome. First of all, I'll be highlighting some salient features of coronary artery disease. This CAD is associated with a higher risk of cardiovascular events, including myocardial infarction and as well as the stroke. The primary cause of CAD is modern lifestyle and urbanization, along with the factors which constitute the elements of metabolic syndrome like dyslipidemia, hyperglycemia, high triglyceridemia, hypertension, and obesity. This CAD is a leading cause of morbidity and mortality worldwide. As the data says, almost 17.3 million deaths occurs annually in the worldwide. This is a data that has been published in Indian Journal of Palliative Care. It shows that in 1960s there was almost 2.1 million cardiovascular deaths noted. However, in 2020, as expected death from cardiovascular disease is 4.6 million. So this is the impact of the disease in population worldwide. Now, as the WHO definition of health says that health is not merely the absence of the disease or infirmity, it is a complete presence of physical, mental and social well-being. So does in the definition of ideal cardiovascular health, where the person's, as the definition says by the AHA, the person should not have smoked or should have quitted his smoking 1 year ago. The body mass index should be less than 25. The physical activity should be more than 150 minutes per week, maybe with 7 days or 5 days a week. The healthy dietary habits like vegetarian diets and avoiding the junk foods. The total cholesterol of less than 200, blood pressure of less than 120/80, and the fasting plasma glucose of 100 milligram per deciliter. As the yoga says that by definition, it's an union of body, mind, and spirit. Some facts about the yoga. As you know, the yoga has been invented in this India. This is an ancient Indian mind-body technique. It's actually which is becoming increasingly popular worldwide. There are several worldwide data present, and they are practicing yoga, and they are publishing some papers internationally. This yoga aims to cover all aspects of the human life that lead to physical well-being, mental harmony by development of the body and mind. It believed to help detoxify body, mitigate chronic fatigue, enhances endurance, thereby enhances concentration and improves science, and obviously it boosts this immune function. Some beneficial effects of yoga, as this yoga causes alleviation in depression and anxiety. It improves the menopausal symptoms like irritation, mood irritability, some post-menopausal symptoms, It is obviously a factor which improves the symptomatic symptoms of low back pain. It improves the cancer phobia, even the persons who are having cancer pains. It improves asthma, acid peptic disorder, some are getting improved, irritable bowel syndrome, migraine, and obviously the most important impact of yoga is on metabolic syndrome. Most of the time it deals with the diabetes mellitus and cardiovascular diseases. The cardiovascular benefits of yoga is widespread. The early atherosclerosis, as some papers and some researches reveals that the early atherosclerosis can be regressed with yogas vis-a-vis the blood pressure, the insulin resistance vis-a-vis the blood sugar, and lipid obesity can be improved. Hypertension, diabetes, obesity, dyslipidemia, this all can be improved with yogas. And sometimes this person who smokes and want to quit smoking can have yoga therapy for his quitting smoking. The physical fitness, stress reduction are being improved, and one of the most important thing is prevention of atrial fibrillation in persons who are at risk of development of atrial fibrillation. The yoga therapy is beneficial for them. Now, benefits of meditation. It causes stress relief, followed by, obviously, when there is less stress, there will be good sleep. Good sleep makes good attention and clarity of thinking. It improves memory and reduces distraction, and most importantly, it boosts the immunity of the person. These are the overall thing of yoga. I will be giving some clinical evidences why this yoga therapy has been kept in this session. This is a paper was published by Chejar et al. It aimed to evaluate the impact of Sewell lifestyle program. Sewell is a cardiovascular center, using a holistic model in the prevention of coronary artery disease. This was not only based on this yoga therapy, however. This study was designed to evaluate the impact of yoga-based lifestyle intervention on coronary artery disease. There are very few literatures in India that has been published for comprehensive lifestyle modification counseling approach with larger population is needed. This was a multicentric prospective lifestyle intervention study, was conducted by Sewell Heart Center in different cities like Delhi, Kolkata, Bangalore, Chennai, and Mumbai, with 5,000 coronary artery diseased patients with or without obesity, hypertension, or diabetes from September 95 to December 15 for 20 years. It was conducted in two phases. First phase was of planning, preparation, and counseling components and recruitment of participants, and second phase was implementation of the counseling. These were the parameters: this cardiac education, balanced diet, walking, yoga, medications, and these were the rationale for use of these parameters. The results, as the baseline characteristics says, that most of the patients were TMT positive. Almost 4,069 patients were TMT positive, and after this, the first year, third year, and fifth year study was followed up. In all the parameters, including the cholesterol, triglyceride, HDL, blood pressure, and fasting sugar, BP sugar, all were significantly reduced in persons involved in this Sewell wheeling. The other observation was it was very much cost effective without any much interventions. The average cost was 2,400 to 3,000, where as compared to the CABG and PTC, as you know, what is the cost of it. The conclusion of the trial was this study concludes that yoga-based lifestyle modification counseling through a holistic approach was effective in improving angina and cardiac risk factors. Another study was done in meditation and blood, in comparison to the meditation and blood pressure. This study shows that non-transcendental as well as transcendental meditation was effective in lowering BP vis-a-vis cardiovascular risk factors. This was a landmark study that done by Manchanda et al. He used to determine this whether yoga can regress early atherosclerosis in patients with metabolic syndrome as measured by carotid intima media thickness. It was 100, the number of patients were 100 and randomized to control and yogic exercise group 50-50. This was the baseline characteristics. 81 patients has completed the study and 19 were left. The compliance of the patients as reported by them in yoga group was 75 plus minus 12%. It was an attractive one. So yoga therapy can be attractive to people overall. The conclusion of the study was addition of yoga to the conventional therapy in patients with metabolic syndrome resulted in a significant reduction of early atherosclerosis as assessed by CIMT and have additional significant effect on lipid, BMI, blood pressure, etc. All the parameters of metabolic syndrome was reduced significantly, as you can see, reduced significantly in the study group. There was another publication published in JAPI. Its objective was to evaluate possible role of lifestyle modification incorporating yoga on retardation of coronary atherosclerotic disease. However, it's a small study in 42 CAT patients. And the conclusion was yoga lifestyle intervention retards progression and increases regression of coronary artery disease, as it can see that you can see this revascularization procedure were less frequently required in yoga group compared to the non-yoga group. The coronary angiography repeated at 1 year showed that significant more lesion regression as well as less lesion progression can be seen. This was a landmark publication by American College of Cardiology. We involved 750 patients divided in 3 groups, 1, 2 and 3. In first group, there was the persons were getting aerobic exercise. In second group, there was specific yoga, and third group, there was Indian specific yoga plus aerobic exercise. The first 1 and 2 group was comparable, and the results were similar. However, in third group, there was around 2 times more blood pressure, body mass index, and cholesterol reduction as compared to the individual group. The conclusion was that combined Indian yoga and aerobic training gives better control of coronary risk factors. These are another trials, and I will be just highlighting the trials. The study results suggest that favorable effect of yoga, meditation and appropriate diet on arterial function and multiple risk factors in patients with established coronary artery disease. This was this prospective trial of Ayurveda for coronary heart disease was found. To summarize the whole thing, yoga-based lifestyle modification counseling through a holistic approach. This must be a holistic approach, not only yoga, but other approach should be done, was effective in improving angina and cardiac risk factors. Addition of yoga to the conventional therapy in patients with metabolic syndrome resulted in a significant reduction of early atherosclerosis as assessed by the carotid intima media thickness. It also has additional significant effect on lipids, BMIs and blood pressures, and the most attractive thing is that it is very much of low cost and it targets multiple risk factors of heart disease, coronary heart disease rather, and type 2 diabetes prevention. So my suggestion is that though larger trials are required, I would suggest that yoga may be incorporated in therapeutic lifestyle modification for metabolic syndromes as well as CAD and type 2 diabetes. Thank you. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Dr. Mondal, for your insight on yoga as a therapy on CAD, not only CAD, but you touched upon other metabolic disorders.
Yes.
Also. But since we are running very late, I don't think we can allow any question. And so I'll wind up this particular session here. I thank all the speakers and the audience for your apt attention. Thank you very much.